Level Up Your English, Level Up Your Life, English listening practice podcast on real life situations to help you learn naturally and improve in all areas of life. Do you ever feel like you're doing too much? Reading too many books, watching too many videos, using too many apps, but still not improving? What if the real secret to fluency is actually doing less?
Hello, our lovely listeners. Welcome back to Level Up English, the place where your English grows with your life. I'm Logan, joined by the lovely Grace and our vocabulary wizard, Samantha.
Hi, everyone. This episode is perfect for anyone feeling overwhelmed with life or English. You're not alone, and we've got your back. And also, we have a little gift for you, a free downloadable PDF created just for this episode. Here's what you'll find inside: a clear summary of today's key lessons, comprehension questions to check your understanding, simple grammar exercises to help you practice speaking. Just scroll down to the description or the pinned comment. Click the link, download the file, and take a few quiet moments to go through it. Use it slowly with focus, just like we are talking about today, because small steps done consistently can lead to big results.
If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and after the episode, check our channel's post section for a free grammar quiz based on today's lesson.
Today, we're exploring the idea that less is more, not just in life, but also when you're learning English. We live in a world that tells us, do more, learn more, be more. But sometimes more is just noise.
Right. Think about your phone. So many apps, so many notifications, so many English tools. But how many are actually helping?
Real success, whether in life or language, comes from clarity, focus, and simplicity. Let me tell you a short story.
Grace's story, The Power of Less, A Journey to Simplicity and Clarity.
There was a time, not too long ago, when I thought about doing more meant being more. I had 3 jobs. My calendar looked like a war zone. Meetings, deadlines, to-do lists. Every hour was packed. I woke up at 5 a.m., read a self-help book, did yoga, and listened to a motivational podcast, all before breakfast. And you know what? I wasn't proud. I was exhausted. I told myself I was building a better life, but secretly I was falling apart. Even my English learning became chaotic. 5 different apps, 4 YouTube channels, grammar books, flashcards, voice shadowing, journaling. I told myself just one more thing. But each day I felt more overwhelmed, more lost, more empty. Then one cold morning, my body gave up. I fainted, right there, in the kitchen. The doctor said it wasn't anything dangerous, just extreme exhaustion. But it felt dangerous, like my soul had been screaming and I hadn't listened. So for the first time in years, I stayed home. No phone, no plans, just me. I sat by the window with a warm cup of tea. It was raining. I watched each drop slide down the glass, slow, steady, soft. That moment, that pause, changed something in me. For the first time, I wasn't racing. I was breathing. I looked around my room, books stacked on books, notebooks filled with half-learned vocabulary, apps open on my laptop like silent ghosts whispering, "You're not enough." I closed the laptop. I threw away 3 old planners. And then I picked one book, just one. I decided to do less, but with more heart. I deleted all my language apps, except one podcast. Every morning, I listened to the same episode, again and again. At first, I didn't understand much, but I let it wash over me. Slowly, the words stopped feeling foreign. They started feeling familiar, like old friends coming home. 1 week passed, then 2, and something magical happened. I wasn't just learning English, I was living it. I was thinking in English, speaking to myself in English, and most importantly, loving English again. Not because I studied harder, but because I finally created space to feel, to understand, to breathe. Sometimes less isn't just more. Less is freedom, less is more clarity, less is the doorway to more than you ever imagined.
Wow, Grace, that hit me. I think we all need that moment where we just pause.
Exactly. You don't need 100 grammar rules. You need 5 phrases. you actually use.
I had a student once, super motivated, but she used 6 different apps and watched English movies with subtitles in her language. She was tired and confused. I told her to stop everything, just listen to one podcast and read one short story each day. Guess what? In a month, her speaking improved faster than ever.
Simple is powerful. Less is more.
Let's give our listeners 5 simple, powerful ways to apply this today. 5 ways to practice less is more in English learning.
All right, here we go. 5 powerful ways to simplify your English learning while actually improving faster and with less stress. Let's break them down one by one. 1. Pick one podcast or English show and stick with it for at least a month. You don't need 10 different resources. One great podcast or English show is enough if you use it well. Choose something you enjoy, a show that speaks slowly, clearly, and about things you care about. Then listen to it again and again. Every time you re-listen, you'll understand more. The vocabulary becomes familiar. The accent feels natural. Your brain relaxes and learns deeper. So stop jumping around. Stick to one and let it sink in. 2. Learn just 5 words per week, but use them in your daily life. Yes, only 5. It sounds small, right? But here's the secret. If you actually use those words, speak them, write them, think with them, they'll stay with you forever. For example, if you learn the word confident, try using it that same day. I feel confident today. She speaks English confidently. Make it part of your world. Because learning 50 words that you'll forget tomorrow doesn't help. But 5 words you live with? That's real progress. 3. Don't translate. Feel the meaning through repetition and context. Stop trying to match every English word with your native language. Instead, listen for the feeling. If you hear, "It's pouring outside," don't think, "Wait, what's the translation of pouring?" Think, "What's happening in this scene?" "Oh, it's raining heavily." Let your brain connect the meaning through the situation, not through translation. This is how kids learn their first language. Through feeling, not translating. 4. Limit your learning time. 30 focused minutes a day is better than 3 hours of stress. More time doesn't always mean better results. In fact, long hours can make you tired, distracted, and frustrated. But if you give yourself just 30 minutes, fully focused, no distractions, you'll absorb more and feel more confident. Quality beats quantity. It's better to study 30 minutes every day than to push for 3 hours on Sunday and forget everything by Monday. 5. Master before moving on. Review what you know before adding more. Imagine you're building a house. Would you build a second floor if the first floor wasn't strong? Of course not. It's the same with English. Don't rush to learn new grammar or words just because they look exciting. First, make sure you own what you've already learned. Can you use it in real conversation? Can you explain it to someone else? If yes, then great. Move forward. If not, review. Repetition builds confidence. Mastery builds fluency.
Your brain learns best with space and calm. Don't overcrowd it with clutter.
And now, it's time for some simple but magical vocabulary with Samantha.
Hey everyone! Here are 7 words from today's episode to help you build your vocabulary slowly and mindfully. Clarity, the quality of being clear and easy to understand. Example, I need clarity before I make this decision. Overwhelmed, feeling like everything is too much to handle. Example, she felt overwhelmed by all the study material. Repetition, doing something again and again. Example, repetition helps you remember new words. Steady, happening in a smooth and regular way. Example, she made steady progress in English every week. Intentional, done with purpose and focus. Example, be intentional with what you choose to learn. Essential, something very important and necessary. Example, good sleep is essential for learning. Simplify to make something easier or less complicated. Example, I simplified my study routine and felt more relaxed. Try using 2 of these new words in your comment today. It's a great way to practice and improve your writing. And please, don't forget to download the free PDF from the description or the pinned comment below. That's all from me for now.
Thank you so much, Samantha. That was beautiful and so helpful. And now, let's quickly recap today's message. Choose one resource and stick with it. Learn fewer words, but use them. Don't translate, feel the meaning. Study less time, but with more focus. Master the basics before chasing more. These small, simple changes can bring real peace and power to your English learning.
Sometimes the most fluent people aren't the ones who know the most. They're the ones who use the little they know very well.
So what's one thing you'll remove from your English routine this week? Let us know in the comments.
And don't forget to check the post section of our channel for your free quiz practice based on today's episode.
What if your biggest problem with learning English isn't what you're doing, but how much you're trying to do? Sometimes it's not about pushing harder. It's about pausing, simplifying, and listening to what you really need. If today's episode helped you slow down and breathe, then you'll love our last one, Ambitious but Lazy in English Learning, where we show you how to turn your lazy days into real language breakthroughs. Click it now and discover the power of doing less with more purpose.